So this episode is going to be my last one for the year, but also my last one on the topic of the little tweaks I make to my sessions, because I'm training just women in a strength and conditioning context. And this tip is about cleaning up their social media and creating a social space off social media, although I have to admit I do take video and use them every now and then, but that is because I'm trying to communicate a message that is not about achieving a super lean, super cut physique. And I don't like my clients following trainers who not that they share it, but that advocate for a really lean physique for women, because it's not healthy, it's not normal for the most part. Some people are naturally very lean, but for women, a normal body fat percentage, which is about 20%, which is kind of what I'm at now. It's not a super cut, sort of super lean physique. It's a comfortable one. And a lot of the time these photos that they're sharing aren't even true from the influencers themselves. You know, there's a way I could stand right now that would make me look super lean, super peachy, but it's not true. This is how I look, okay? And my main gripe with this is that it's advocating a lifestyle for some people that isn't truly healthy. It's simplifying health into a look. That's a better way of putting it. Whereas health is not a look, it's a series of behaviors. So I concentrate in my sessions on those behaviors, and I ask my clients or help them cultivate a social media community which is about behaviors, not about looks. So for me, in our sessions and our social media messaging, it's about lowering risk of disease. So, you know, you name the disease and I can demonstrate how strength training will reduce the risk of developing it. So if these diseases are in my clients' families or in their futures, we can actively demonstrate and actively work towards making sure that doesn't happen for them. So this is things like dementia, heart disease, autoimmune disease, osteoporosis, chronic inflammatory conditions, diabetes, more, all of them. Exercise, breast cancer. Exercise will dramatically reduce their risk and is far more meaningful to follow someone on social media if that's the behaviors we're wanting to emulate, who has successfully reduce their risk. It doesn't prevent breast cancer. It doesn't prevent autoimmune disease. It just reduces your risk of developing them, and it can slow the onset, which means it comes on later in life. Feeling powerful. So I want them to follow accounts that show them what's possible. You know, a 97-year-old weightlifter, a 68-year-old marathon runner, you know, a morbidly obese person that's doing CrossFit and or high rocks and actively participating. Those are the sorts of accounts that we want to use to motivate and inspire our clients. So feeling powerful carries over into the everyday. If I can help them feel powerful in a session, you know, women are classic for being overcompetent and undercompetent. If I can match their confidence with their competence, I've got some kick-ass attitudes in these women then, and I'm actually making changes in their lives. You know, weight training, it's anti-aging, so I don't need them following an account that's promoting, you know, specific supplements or face creams or, you know, things that may or may not have gone through, you know, independent testing, when I can demonstrate how lifting weights can reverse the clock in terms of aging. It's a physical sense of anti-aging, not an aesthetic sense. Getting old's inevitable, but becoming incontinent, frail, and feeble is not. Okay, so that's the messaging I try to cultivate in my clients' social media accounts. It's really about using the algorithm to improve their mental health instead of showing them a picture of life, which may not even be true for the person sharing the pictures. You know, my client may not see these goals, lowering risk of disease, feeling powerful, and anti-aging as important if their feed is saturated with get skinnier, get lower, miracle weight loss programs, magic diet pills, right? If that's the message they're getting all the time, then that's what they will be conditioned to believe is important. So it's about changing their conditioning. Cultivate whole food nutritionists, medical and evidence-based professionals, and I know there's some whack jobs in those fields as well, but also the unconventional. So thinking about, my 90-year-old gymnastics athlete that I follow, and 120 kilo CrossFit athletes that are just so powerful and so inspiring. The messaging is so much healthier than a mum of 7 that's saying, get down to 5% body fat, when 5% body fat is not a indicator of health for a female. So shortcutting through those social algorithms, you have to delete a bunch, you have to actively curate a bunch of accounts, and then it starts to work for you. It takes a few minutes, but totally worth it when you are trying to inculcate a certain culture in your sessions. This is my last session for 2025. I'm going to take a bit of a break. I will see you mid-January. Thank you for listening. Keep sending your questions, because I'll keep reading them and putting them into little bite-sized pieces of Claire Hozak's opinions. And have a happy holiday period.